Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the briefing session for participating employers of the Summer Internship Program 2022. My name is Ivy, the Internship Program Manager of the WEM Pilot Program. We conduct similar briefing session every year to introduce the guidelines and the key points of the Summer Internship Program, the SIP. I think some of you may know me as I see some of the participating employers join our briefing session today. Of course, many participants to join today are new to our program. I will spend a few slides to introduce the background of the WEM Pilot Program and share the reason why you joined the SIP. Major Park will be sharing the key dates and the guideline of the SIP 2022 from the employer application, selection process, internship period, and brief idea on the honorarium claim process. The WEM pilot program started in 2016 when the Legislative Council approved Hong Kong $100 million for the Financial Services and the Treasury Bureau, the FSTB, to implement a 3-year pilot program. The 3-year pilot program to enhance talent training for both the insurance sector and the asset and wealth management sector, and we call WEM sector here. The Hong Kong Securities and Investment Institute is appointed as an implementation agent at that time. Why setting up this pilot program in the WEM sector? The Hong Kong government would like to build up Hong Kong as an asset and wealth management hub for the region and responds to the requests from the sector and the petitioners. They advise they need more young people to join the sector, especially for the medium and back offices. One of the objectives of the program is to promote WEM industry to the students and the graduates and enable them to have better understanding the full spectrum of the functional roles, and they can have early exposure to the WEM sector. Within the program, we are not just targeting to attract the new talents, but also to enhance the competency and the professionalism of the financial services practitioners. In recent years, more and more small and medium-sized institutions join our program. Indeed, there is a steering committee who is responsible for overseeing the overall program effectiveness and giving directions to the government. The chairman of the steering committee is the FSTB. Here is the composition of the steering committee. You can see that we have industry association from the sector and the representative from the academia and also from the regulators. They are the HKMA and also the FSC. They will conduct meetings every year to review the program and discuss the direction of the program in the coming year. So what we do for the program, which is we got from the endorsement from the steering committee, and they say okay to proceed for the sector and the industry. Today, we do not have the representative from the FSTB. If you have any questions or comments about the policy, we will mark it down and send it to the FSTB for their considerations. To meet the program objectives, we have the 3 key initiatives. Apart from the internship program, we raise the students' awareness on the WEM sector through promotion and education. We arrange webinar sessions and join their career fairs, career talks to promote the WEM industries. We have a financial incentive scheme for professional training. This is for practitioners of the eligible employers in the program to upskill competency and professionalism with subsidy. I do not go through the details here. You may visit our WEM Pilot Program website and contact our team for more details. Okay, let's move on to the Summer Internship Program, the SIP. I believe most of you would like to know more about the benefits of joining the SIP, or you may have a question, why do you need to join the SIP? Many companies may want to arrange an in-house internship program or want to hire more young talents from the local universities, but you may not know how to start to set up an internship program or source the candidates from different local universities. SIP can provide you a unique platform adopted by the undergraduates for summer job search and can centralize the efforts to recruit the young talents from different universities as interns. Through the SIP, you can reach out a diversified pool of the WAM young talents and let them know your company name, your brand name through our program. Last but not least, you can receive the government subsidy for each qualified intern you successfully hire. The SIP was running for 5 years and entering into the 6th years. Over 150 participating employers we call PE joined the SIP and hire over 420 interns during summer or winter period. When the program extended since SIP 2020, the number of student applicants and also the number of job applications they submitted broke the records of previous years. Also, we will invite the PE who are unable to hire the interns successfully to complete an evaluation on our program every year. We received positive feedback from the PE in past year. They told us our program provided them a large pool of applicants, and the applicants were in good qualities and can meet their expectations. The PE satisfied our arrangement and support throughout the program. All PEs from the SIP 2019 and indicate that they will join the SIP in coming year again. How about the feedbacks from the students? In general, 97% of the students rated their overall internship experience with positive feedback. They could have better understanding on the job functions and early exposure on the career in the WAM sector. The intern found their overall work experience variable. You may receive a lot of student applications for your selection. You may also wish to know who can apply the internship through the SIP. The first eligibility is the applicant must be the resident of Hong Kong, and that is they hold a Hong Kong identity card, and he or she is lawfully employable in Hong Kong. May I draw your attention here that some undergraduates holding student visas can also participate in this program. You have to check if they can provide you a letter called No Objection Letter, we call NOL, stating the employment eligibility issued by the Immigration Department. The NOL clearly stated such students could only work for the internship during June 1st to 31st of August. Any internship arranged out of this period, the students has to provide a new NOL to you with correct internship period stated and an endorsement letter issued by his or her university stating the relevant internship details. These letters are required to provide a copy to the Hong Kong SI Institute for checking during the verification process before internship commencement. You may refer to the website of Immigration Department for more details about the employment eligibilities of the undergraduates holding student visa. Here is the list of 22 accredited degree awarding higher education institutions. All the undergraduates come from this institution and will continue his or her undergraduate studies after the internship can join the SIP. That is, final year student or the master degree student are not eligible to the SIP. However, the undergraduates may have various situations on their academic studies nowadays. You may see the notes here. Full-time undergraduates include the students who are in gap year or studies deferral. Because some PE have feedback to us that they receive some job applications from final year students who should be eligible to the SIP. This is because some final year students may consider to defer their studies when they submit their internship application in March next year. But due to various reasons, the student may decide not to defer their studies or apply their gap year finally. We suggest you take note on these cases or contact us if you are not very clear on their eligibilities when you go through the selection process. As you may know, self-declaration system will be applied in most of the government programs. Same as our program, students will declare they are eligible to the SIP and they accept the terms and conditions of the programs before they submit the job applications. The employer eligibilities are listed in this slide. I will not go through the details one by one, as the eligibilities of the PE are listed in the Guide for Employers and also on our website. I believe most of you have checked this part and found that you are likely eligible to the program before joining the briefing session today. For the group company cases, as intern can be hired by the parent group or mother company, but you have to submit the proof to indicate the relationship between the subsidiaries or affiliated companies and the parent group companies. The interns are hired to work for a subsidiary company which is eligible employer under the SIP, and the shareholdings between the subsidiaries and the parent group should be more than 50% in general. Okay, let's go into the detail of the SIP 2022. You can see the timeline of the SIP 2022 here. Some PE asked me a question in the past. Why do we need to submit the PE application so early in December, even though the internship happens in June or July? You may know about the academic schedule of the undergraduates, and they have the examination period around mid-April to mid-May or end May. So the student application period will be in March, that is before the examination period. They will submit the job application from 8th of March to 29th of March. This is the student application round. Before the application, we have to promote the SIP through the career office in February upon confirmation on all your submitted application. Also, we will conduct the briefing sessions to the students. Therefore, the PE application is now open until January 14 of next year, and you expect the results by us from us by 18 of February 2022. How to apply as a PE? Please go through these steps before you submit your application. First, please check your eligibilities again. And then you are highly recommend to read the Guide for Employers carefully to understand the obligations and terms of condition as a PE. Then you can request a login account details of the online application portal through the registration link posted on our website. And then submit the application online, print the form and sign it. Finally, as requested by the organizer, you need to submit the duly signed original form with all supporting documents to the Hong Kong SI Institute office by January 14 of next year. For eligible SIP subsidy claim, the internship position offer must meet all these requirements. The position must be in full-time employment. That is, the working hours should be the same as your normal employee. The internship offer to the students at least 4 weeks, and the subsidy is maximum claim for 8 weeks. But you are welcome to arrange the internship more than 8 weeks at your own cost. The intern have to work physically in your Hong Kong office. As per the SIP guideline, the interns are expected to work physically in the office. Work from home arrangement will only be allowed in accordance with the guideline or recommendations issued by the regulators or the Hong Kong government from time to time. This is not only because the intern can gain experience in office environment, but also different risks may be exposed during the work from home. The interns are required to assign WAM-related work assignments in different functional roles with practical value, and the interns can gain sufficient exposure in the real working environment. That is, the internship should be different from the academic studies. Okay, in the next few slides, I would like to highlight some key information to you when you fill in the form on the PE admin panel. No worries, it is only a very simple online portal to use, and we have user manual for your application submissions. At the PE application stage, only 2 key pages are required to fill in the PE admin panel. The first is the profile page. Upon receiving the login, please visit the profile page and change your initial password immediately. Then please input the company profile, BR number, and the authorized person details. Company profile section is a very good way for you to promote your company and to your students. Also, please be reminded to upload the supporting documents, including the BR, the license and certificates issued by the relevant regulatory authorities, and also please include your organization chart and also full set of annual return for group company cases. Please scan all those documents and upload them in one file to the portal. The second one is the position page. In the position page, you need to add a new position or edit the existing position. For editing is for the past PE because we keep your position details in your previous account, but you need to edit and update the internship position for the coming year. And then you have to input the information related to the internship position, such as the position title, department, duration, and also the remuneration. For remuneration, it is only for our statistic and vetting purpose. We need to see if the remuneration level can comply with the minimum wages audience. This will not be disclosed to the students. You can mark it as a tentative remuneration here. And then you have to choose the district of the working location. More important is the main duties and the requirements. The main duties are well related, and it is better for you to write the duties in more details for the students to consider whether the jobs are suitable for them. Here, highlight the group company cases again. If you apply PE as a group companies, please check the box and fill in the hiring company information under the same group. The internship position will be offered in summer. I just highlighted here because in previous 2 SIPs, we have winter internship, but for SIP 2022, only summer internship will be arranged. There's no limit on the number of internship positions offered by each PE, but subject to the funding availability. You are suggested to have due consideration on the time and resources to be spent on the intern. Let me explain more details about the funding availability here. As I mentioned, SIP 2022 probably will be the final year of the pilot program. Subject to the funding availability, we will approve the number of positions you offered after reviewing all the applications and total number of positions offered at the end of the application period. As per past experience, some employers may not be able to hire interns successfully. In case if many employers can hire interns at a very early stage, say May or June, the funding is running very fast. We will keep you posted. The approved position may not be subsidized if the funding is exhausted. We will keep check on the status of the offering of the intern by each PE. That means even your position is approved, if you are very late to confirm to hire the students or hire as an intern, you may have the opportunity that the position cannot be subsidized when the funding is exhausted. Please specify the working hours for the students. because we have to check the attendance of the interns, who can be over 80% of the attendance rate. You have to define the job categories of the internship position, like front, middle, or back office, or a mix of these job categories. I show you some example of the job categories here. You can see that some jobs can be found in both middle office or back office, like compliance job. The definition of job categories is definitely according to your company's situations. Before you submitting the application through the online portal, remember to read the handling of information and also the guide for employers and confirm the terms and conditions. And then you can press the Submit for Approval button in the P-admin panel. Once you have pressed the Submit for Approval, you can see another button. It is Generate Application Form. Then you can print the application form to have authorized person to sign. And again, you have to submit the original form with supporting documents to our office before the deadline on January 14 of 2022. Upon the application period close, the vetting committee is composed of FSTP and also the Hong Kong SI Institute. Will check and endorse the internship position you submitted. We will inform you the result by February 18 of 2022 next year. So you will receive the email from us and to confirm you whether the application is approved and whether your internship position was endorsed. Company profile and the position details will be posted on our website. I will show you a sample screen of the position in next slide. Student application period will be open from March 8 until 29 of March. You will receive the student application directly in the PE admin panel, and you can start your selection process from March 8. The job application form includes the student's personal and academic information, work experience, and of course they have the CV upload for you they have the CV for you to download, including the paper CV and also the video CV, if the student upload their video CV to the portal. Many employers love to view the students' video CV recently. We will also encourage the students to prepare it during the briefing session to the students. They can submit a consent on forwarding their application information to the employers who are not their original choice. This is the sample of the position displayed on the online application portal for the students. Company profile here is a good chance for you to promote your company. The students can visit your website if you have the website information. They will read the job duties and the requirements to decide whether they submit the job application to your company. You are better to write more details on the job posting. From past experience, the employers can find suitable students as interns if they can provide more information on the job duties section. Most of the students will check the company information and read the job duties carefully before they submit the job applications. Once you identify some candidates, you can contact the students directly in arranging any assessment or other administrative procedure as appropriate. We understand you may have to go through several rounds of assessment before you can finalize the interns. So reporting of screening process may only be required upon request by the Hong Kong SI Institute. In case no application is received towards any posted internship position by the close of student application round, or you are unable to identify suitable candidates after the PE selection round, you can request us to provide you more students for your further round selection. As mentioned in previous slide, the students have submitted the consent to us for sending the information to other employers. Final acceptance list must be submitted to the Hong Kong SI Institute as soon as the student confirms your offer, no matter whether verbally or the employment contract is signed. You have to submit the final acceptance list on or before 22nd of July 2022. You can see the bold and red words here. That means very important. We have to arrange a verification process with the students. All verification and confirmation should be done and confirmed by the Hong Kong SI Institute prior to commencement of internship. Any internship commenced before the verification completion will not be eligible for SIP subsidy. Before the internship commencement, please get ready your employment contract with the intern. Please note that the student receiving the job offers will enter into the direct employment relationship with your company, and he or she is an employee of your company. You have the full description in determining the terms and conditions and the honorarium level, but you have to make sure all these are in full compliance with all applicable and relevant legal obligations and statutory requirements in relation to the employment. For example, employment audience, minimum wage audience, MPF audience, where applicable. Please be reminded to nominate an experienced employee to be the mentor of the intern and submit the name to us within 1 week from the internship commencement. We have the guideline on the mentoring program in the Appendix 4 of the Guide for Employers. You can refer it to find more details. As the interns do not have much working experience, you may need to spend time and resources on the intern. During the internship, you should supervise the intern's performance and provide guidance whenever necessary. You should monitor the intern's daily attendance and keep us updated on any changes to the employment status of the interns and any change of your company in relation to the eligibility of the program. Hong Kong SI Institute will conduct workplace visits as part of the control and monitoring procedures, and it is an opportunity for us to meet the interns and you. Come to the last session about the subsidy claim honorarium. Here are the documents required for subsidy claim. You have to get prepared the documents before the internship commencement, because some documents are required the students to sign during the internship, especially for the attendance record, proof of payment, and the performance assessment to be completed before the end of the internship. All the forms for subsidy claim, we have the standard format ready for you, except the copy of employment contract. We will have the readiness briefing session to you later when you hire the intern successfully. We recap the key dates here. Remember, the PE application deadline will be on January 14 of 2022, and then you will be notified the application results by February 18. And the student application one will be in March. It is from 8 to 29 of March. And then you have to start your selection process and confirm the final acceptance list to us by July 22nd. And then hopefully they get then the summer internship period normally from May to August, and then you submit your claims application within the 60 days after the internship completion. If you have any questions about the program, please feel free to contact my team members, Johnny and Wendy, and some of you may know them already. You can visit our website for more details or email us for inquiries. Thank you and goodbye.